Hello friends, my name is Akash. I am a data scientist. In this video, we will talk about LangGraph, a powerful way to build stateful workflows. I will first explain the core ideas like state, nodes, edges, and the graph. Then we will build two examples, a simple sequential workflow, then after a more advanced using conditional edges. Now you could see in the flowchart there is name node. A node is just like a function that does a unit of work. And then after you could see here there is an arrow that determines where we go next. And also in the LangGraph there is a state which is known as shared data structure that flows through the graph, and each node can, like all these node can use that shared data structure and update it according to the needs. And you could see here there is a starting and end point in the graph. So let me go into the code so that you could understand what is going on. Yeah, we first define workflow state using type dict. Here you could see here there is three variables, name, age, and greeting in our workflow state class. Then after defining the state, we had defined nodes. The first node I had defined here is collect node, and which will collect the name, and then after it return the state. Also there is collect is which will take the state as input, and it will also return the state updating the age variable in the state. Okay, then after you could see there is another node which is creating greeting, and it will create the greeting and then after return the state. Now you could see I am defining the graph here using a state graph, passing the workflow state which is the shared data structure. Now we are adding nodes. First node I had added name node, then after age node, then after greeting node. Now we had added nodes. Now it's time to create edges, like all nodes will be connected with each other according to our needs. Now I am first of all putting the starting point at the name node, and then after I am putting the name node and age node connected. Then after we are adding another age which is connected from age node to greeting node. Now greeting node will be the end of our graph. I will show in this graph. You could see this is the starting point. There is name node, then after age node, then after age node is connected to greeting node, and greeting node will be the end node. So let me run my code and I will show how it's work. First of all, before running, after creating the workflow, after added nodes edges, you will have to compile the workflow. After compile, you will invoke with according to your needs, and then after it will print the final output. So let me run the code. Yeah, got it. So I had already done the print statement in each node so that you can match with it. Like it first go into the name node, then after collect age node, then after in greeting node, and I'm printing here the final state what was there in the greeting node. So it means all the nodes are connected with edges. You will create your own flowchart after compiling your LangGraph workflow. So you could see here same flowchart is showing when I am using after compilation of my LangGraph. Here you could see after compilation I had stored it in app, and I am using the same app to create my LangGraph, and I am displaying it. Okay. Yeah, we had done with example 1. Now we will discuss about example 2, in which we will use conditional edges and also some nodes like fetching current time, retrieving information from Wikipedia, performing a Google search like that. So first of all, we define our state schema using typed dict. This keep tracks of three things: query, resource, and result. Then after I had defined the node here. So first node is classify query. I'm using just keyword matching. No, I'm not using here LLM. In next video I will use LLM so that LLM will route its query to the different nodes. So uh, now node 2 I had defined fetch time. It will fetch the time of different countries. Then after node 3 which will fetch results from Wikipedia. Then after I had pointed the node 4 which will do Google search, and this is the final response node which will generate the final response. Now I am building the graph using a state graph and passing the query state which will be our shared data structure. Now I had added nodes. One is classifier, second is fetch time, third is fetch Wikipedia, Google search, final response. Now I'm setting the entry point where our graph starts. So this is the classifier set as the entry point. Now I was talking about conditional edges. Here this is the condition, like conditional edges will first start from classifier, and then after it will route according to our output. For example, if a state source has time, then it will go into the fetch time. If a state source has Wikipedia, then it will go to the node fetch Wikipedia, and if it is a Google, then it will go to the Google search node. So I will show in the graph as well, and I will show how it is going on, how it is using conditional edges. Okay, so now you are seeing here normal edges, like I'm adding the fetch time as to final response, fetch Wikipedia to final response, Google search to final response. Then after this is our end is, and this is a final response which is ended. Now we are compiling our graph. Then after compiling, I'm let me show you on some query, like what is the time in Japan. For Wikipedia query, Albert Einstein Wikipedia, Google search query, LangGraph. So let me run, and then after you will see how this workflow is going on. Yes, for example, one you could see the for Japan it not find out. I let me check what happened. Japan is not there. So let me use USA. Or India as well. So you could see the current time in India is this one. Then after Wikipedia query for Albert Einstein, you could see some sentences from the Wikipedia. Now for Google search, it has searched and given some link for LangGraph. Okay, let me open this one. Yeah, it is getting open. Okay, now let me share the graph for this workflow. You could see the starting point, classifier is there, then after time, if time, then it will fetch time. If Wikipedia, then it will go and fetch Wikipedia from generate final response and end. If it is a Google, then it will go into Google search, final response and end. So this is all about LangGraph. Next video we will talk about how LLM we can use in the LangGraph to bind our tools for different nodes, and we can use that node for our workflow. So in the next video I will discuss about tool calling in LangGraph. As of now, that's all. Thank you for watching my video. Please hit the subscribe button if you like this video. Thank you so much.